What's happening, dogs? Mr. Allen here. We're about to deal with some dope imaginary numbers here, some complex numbers. Now, these are the best of the best here. We have to rationalize our denominator. Now, why do we have to rationalize it? I don't see a square root. Well, I know that I is equal to the square root of -1. So therefore, if I see an I, there's a square root. So we have a square root in the denominator. We got to get rid of that square root in the denominator by rationalizing it. Why we need to rationalize? I don't know, man. Someone made up that rule a long time ago, and we just keep blindly following it. It's my beef, all right? I got beef with that. But whatever, I'll keep going. All right, so I need to multiply by what's called my complex conjugate, meaning it's going to be the same looking binomial that you have in the denominator there, but it's going to be plus 1. So I'm going to do 4i plus 1, and I have to do whatever I do to the denominator in my numerator as well. This way, it's like I'm multiplying by 1. It's just a creative form of 1. It doesn't actually change anything. It's going to look different, but it's going to be mathematically equivalent. All right, so if I'm going to multiply my numerator together, I'm going to have 2i times 4i, that's going to be 8i squared, and then 2i times 1, that's going to give me plus 2i. I'm going to continue dealing with my numerator, and then I'll go with my denominator. So I squared is -1, so I have 8 times -1 plus 2i, and now I'm going to have -8 plus 2i. So that's my numerator. My denominator, on the other hand, when I FOIL that together, I really only have to worry about my 4i and 4i, which gives me 16i squared. And then I only have to deal with my -1 and my +1, which gives me -1. The reason being for that is that when I multiply, say, these two together, I get -4i. And when I multiply these two together, my outers, I get +4i. What's going to happen to -4i and +4i? It's going to cancel, right? The whole purpose of multiplying by my complex conjugate is to get those middle terms to cancel out. So now I have 16i squared minus 1. That's going to give me -16 because I squared is -1. Minus 1, that's going to be -17. Now I can have my final answer where I have -8 plus 2i over -17, which is acceptable for most, but usually you want to write them as separate terms. So we're going to have -8 over -17, or just 8 over 17, minus, and it would be 2 over 17, I. All right? So that's the official way of writing it. The one above there, most will accept, but really you should be writing them as separate terms, a plus bi form, when we're dealing with complex numbers. Hope that helps. You guys have an awesome day. Deuces.